Hello everyone, and welcome to another edition of Big Guy Rides. In this visit, we will be reviewing Six Flags Discovery Kingdom in Vallejo, California. This is probably a mid-tier Six Flags park in my opinion. Not the worst, but definitely not the best. It does, however, combine animals and rides, which happen to be some of my favorite kind of parks. So, without further ado, let's enter into the park and head on over to DC Universe, where you're gonna find most of the big roller coasters. The park is kind of split in two different sides, and the first ride that we went to go get on is Superman Ultimate Flight. This is a Premier Skyrocket 2 model, which are really fun models. This one happens to feature lap bars only and does not have any hard or even soft strap over the shoulder restraints, which in my experience provides a really nice comfortable ride. We gave it a size rating of an XL and a ride rating of a 7 out of 10. I would highly recommend this ride when you come into the park. With that said, let's sit back and enjoy the ride. That was an awesome ride on Superman Ultimate Flight. And when you exit out of the station, there is a really cool little gift shop you can find some superhero merchandise at. Next, we headed over to Wonder Woman Lasso of Truth. This is a Zamperla Giant Discovery model. It is one of the tallest they have. I believe it actually is a tie for the tallest model in the world. We gave this a ride rating of 7 out of 10 and a size rating of a large. This ride has some hard over-the-shoulder restraints that automatically come down and will press you in the seat, so larger riders beware. Let's sit back and enjoy the flight on Wonder Woman. That was awesome on Wonder Woman. After that, we headed over to Joker. This is an RMC converted roller coaster, and to be honest, this is probably one of the top 2 rides in the park. Anytime you get a chance to ride an RMC, I would highly recommend it. This one was a bit tighter than some of the other RMCs I've been on. We gave it a size rating of a large and a ride rating of a 9 out of 10. Let's relax and enjoy this ride on Joker. That was a blast on Joker. Upon exit, there is a really nice gift shop for Joker-themed merchandise as well if you'd like to stop and pick up a shirt or a hoodie. Across the way from Joker sits Batman. This was my first time on an S&S free spin. A lot of people love these rides. To be honest, it wasn't my favorite. It made me a little bit nauseous, but if you like really high thrills, this is definitely a kind of ride for you. One thing I'll also mention about Discovery Kingdom is they had quite a bit more queue theming than I've seen at some of the other Six Flags parks. It really made you feel like you were in a family-friendly environment, and they had it fairly cleaned up as well. As you can see, these free spins rotate around with the cars. We gave this a size rating of an XL and a ride rating of a 6 out of 10. With that said, let's enjoy the spinning on Batman. That was a bit dizzying. After Batman, we headed over to the Seal Cove to see some of the animals. These are really cute creatures, and I would highly recommend a stop. We also got to see some of the park characters that were walking around, which I thought was a nice touch for Six Flags. Monsoon Falls was open. I just did not ride it on this visit as it was a little bit too cold for me. Moving to the other section of the park, you'll find the Dolphin Stadium and different show times through the day. The first coaster over here is Cobra. This is a Zero Tivoli coaster. It's a little bit smaller side, kind of a kid coaster and a family coaster combined. This one happens to have a great rating for size of an XXL and a ride rating of a 5 out of 10. The front car offers a lot of space, so if you are a larger rider, I would highly recommend that seat. Let's sit back and ride with the snake on Cobra. What a great family ride. After Cobra, we headed over to Screamer. This model stands about 150 feet tall, which is the height limit for Six Flags Discovery Kingdom in Vallejo. It offers some incredible views of the park. We gave it a ride rating of a 6 out of 10 and a size rating of an XL. Let's go swinging on Screamer. After we got off Sky Screamer, right next door located is Medusa. This is a B&M floorless coaster, probably in the top 3 floorless coasters that I have ridden. It's got a different kind of a drop. We gave it a ride rating of an 8 out of 10 and a size rating of an XL. The straight drop versus the turn drop that you see on most dive coasters gives it a very unique perspective, a very unique ride feeling, and a very fun ride. With that said, let's sit back and ride on Medusa. What an awesome ride on Medusa. After that, we headed over to Flash, Vertical Velocity. This is a really fun ride. It's an LIM launch, which is kind of a rare model. And because of the height restrictions, they had to take the vertical spike and flatten it out, which provides for a unique experience. We gave this one a ride rating out of a 9 out of 10 and a size rating of a medium. As you can see here, I had a very difficult time getting into this ride. There's a height limit of 75 inches. I had 2 different ride operators working on trying to get me buckled in, and unfortunately on my first time through, I was unable to get in. However, I walked around the park, I came back later that night, and I was able to get on after I removed some of my additional layers. They will measure you on this ride, so be prepared. But with that said, let's take a ride on Flash. Super glad I was able to get on that ride. As we move to the back of the park, you're gonna find a little bit of change in the atmosphere. Towards the back, you're gonna find more of the African style section with animals and different rides and things of this nature. Kong was closed, the Scrambler was closed, and Boomerang was closed. I will not have POVs of any of those, unfortunately. However, we were able to get on Ark back here in this section, which is a fun swinging ship. Not one of the more forceful ones I've been on, but it is still a fun ride. We gave it a ride rating of 3 out of 10 and a size rating of an XL. Let's enjoy the ride on Ark. After we got off the Ark, we headed over to Sidewinder Safari. This is the newest coaster in the park and just recently opened. It does also have a single rider line, I will point that out if you are a single. It's a family style coaster, a spinning style wild mouse type coaster, but it has some really good forces and is quite fun. We gave this one a ride rating of a 5 out of 10 and a size rating of a large, as some of the seats are a little bit tight for larger individuals to fit in. And now, let's take a ride on Sidewinder Safari. That was fun spinning around on Sidewinder Safari. Once you get off Sidewinder and you make your way towards the back of the park, you're gonna find the zoological section, or all the animals, which they do a really nice job with here at Six Flags Discovery Kingdom. They've got some cougars, there's some wolves, which are really fun to look at. They've also got a really cool animal care veterinary clinic area where you can actually go and see what they're working on, see the animals that are getting help, the sick ones, and how they're bringing them back to full health. Over here we've got Cheetah Creek, which encompasses some of the African style animals like the cheetahs, over here with Shuri, the lions with Zavo, I believe is how they pronounce that, and some awesome giraffes. This reptile discovery cove is fun for the little ones to come in and learn about the reptiles that live around us, such as snakes, frogs, amphibians, and more. In the very back section of the park is a water ride that was closed, along with some bird, animals, and some kid rides, as well as the Temple of the Tiger. Now, there was no shows going on the day that I visited. However, I think that'd be a really fun experience. The next ride that we were able to stop by and get on is Wave Swinger. These rides can be found at most parks across America, but I still quite enjoy them. We give it a ride rating of 4 out of 10 and a size rating of an XL. Let's take a ride on Wave Swinger. At the very, very back side of the park, you will find the eating pavilion and food court. There's a lot of options back here. There are a few options near the front, but if you're going to eat, I would highly encourage you to go towards the back of the park. Around the back is also Shark Encounter. This is a really neat experience I have not found at most other parks. It's a walk-through aquarium style feature, and you can see a lot of different sharks and fish and animals in this exhibit. One thing to note, there is no flash photography inside the shark tank. It is free to enter and doesn't cost anything else outside of your admission. A nice gift shop is on the back side as well if you want some shark treasures. A couple of the rides at the park had been recently renamed for the Christmas season, which I happen to be there in Christmas. So this ride is called Monkey Business, however had been renamed Peppermint Twirl for the time being. We gave this a ride rating of 4 out of 10 and a size rating of an XXL. Nearly anybody should be able to fit on this teacup style ride. Let's take a spin on Monkey Business. There was also Thrilla Gorilla, which at the time was being called Sugar Plum Factory. This is a Zamperla ride. We gave a 4 out of 10 ride rating and an XL size rating. Let's take a ride on Thrilla Gorilla. We also tried out the Boardwalk Bumper Buggies. This was a pretty fun ride. We ended up giving this a ride rating of a 3 out of 10 and a size rating of an XL. Let's go bumpin'. The last ride we got on was the Seaport Carousel. This is a kids ride only unless you want to sit on the bench as an adult, which you can do so. We gave this a ride rating of 2 out of 10 and a size rating of XXL. Roadrunner Express is a kiddie coaster that was closed. Unfortunately, we don't have a POV of that one. And with that, brings to a close our visit to Six Flags Discovery Kingdom. I think this is a really beautiful park. It was really well kept. It had very great vibes and a great family atmosphere. I would highly recommend it. We ask you to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for watching Big Guy Rides.